Burn, baby, burn.
Burn those MAGA hats. MAGA Republicans giving Donald Trump the middle finger and saying, bye-bye, we are out. A mass exodus away from Donald Trump. Take a look at this headline right here from the Washington Post. Republicans see scary lack of enthusiasm among core voters ahead of the midterms. Pollsters and GOP groups are raising the alarm about an unmotivated base in an election year that would be tough no matter what, given the president's low approval. Take a look at this polling data right here from state regime media CBS. Are Donald Trump's policies making you financially better off, worse off, or the same? Only 13% say better off. You compare this to January 2025 to the present. It's net negative 45 today, where it was plus 12 is what the MAGAs and everybody was expecting, not us here, back in January of 2025. We're seeing tens of thousands of posts like this directed our way, and we're seeing it on MAGA message boards. We're seeing it on Truth Social in response to Donald Trump's deranged posts. Let me share it with you. From a voter, a former supporter, Donald, they can all go straight to hell, referring to Trump's cabinet. My hope is Trump and Vance are impeached and voted to be removed from office. At that time, I hope they are thoroughly investigated. If found guilty, then they need to go to jail. Let's take a look at this story from the Washington Post. Let's zoom in right here. People are livid that the cost of living right now is unattainable. People can't afford anything. Things are far less affordable now than under former President Biden. Farmers are being screwed. Manufacturing jobs are being lost. The American people can't afford everything. Take a look at Western Iowa, once an area that you would think is a Trump area. In Western Iowa, three-time Trump voter Lance Sulentic of rural Harrison County called the past three presidential elections the worst three mistakes that I have made in my entire life, saying that Donald Trump failed to keep his campaign promises. Higher gas prices are costing him an extra $300 to $500 a month to ride his motorcycle. Quote, "We voted for Trump and he did the opposite of what he said he was going to do," said the 56-year-old retired insurance agent. He cited unfulfilled pledges on $2 gas, cheaper food, halved energy prices, rebate checks, no new wars, building the wall, and deporting 30 million illegal immigrants. Sulentic said he may sit out this year's election or vote Democrat. Remember, Donald Trump promised gas prices would be under $2, that he would not be involved in never-ending wars, and that the price of energy would be cut in half, and that he would end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours, that groceries would be more affordable in 24 hours. Now, Republicans see a scary lack of enthusiasm among core voters ahead of midterms. In reliably red Iowa, where an open governor and Senate races look surprisingly competitive, AFP action door knocking in suburban Des Moines found voters critical of the Iran war and high inflation. Some even say they'll back Democrats this fall. AFP Action's Nathan Nascimento says about 1 in 5 reliable Republican-based voters are at risk in November, may stay home or vote Democrat across Iowa, Ohio, North Carolina, Montana, New Hampshire, Michigan. Inflation and the economy are on top of everybody's mind. This is a big chunk. This is a scary, scary number. Reaching them at the door usually moves them toward GOP candidates, or at least away from Democrats toward undecided. And that 20% doesn't even include low propensity Trump voters who turn out for him but often skip the midterms. Signals Mitchell Brown say Dems are as fired up as 2018. GOP is lagging hard. Young men under 40 Key to Trump's 2024 wins are most at risk. The young people hate Donald Trump. Latinos hate Donald Trump. Everybody else does as well. But those were groups that Donald Trump made some inroads on. I mean, you had Donald Trump posting yesterday photos of Caitlin Collins, AI, as Dylan Mulvaney, right, as we're in this catastrophic and unlawful war where Trump says we're going to open the gates of hell and then actually says, no, we're going to do a deal. We're going to open the gates of hell. We're going to do a deal. This is what he's posting, attacking the transgender community, attacking Caitlin Collins after he did that during the White House Correspondents' Dinner and nobody laughed. It's like, what the hell are you doing? And all of the comments on Trump's social media platform are literally cursing him out. And, the whole day, yes, Trump made like 100 posts. He posted AI images, weird cartoons of Bruce Springsteen saying I'm stupid and mocking Chris Christie as being fat. Donald Trump, while backing down and surrendering yet again to Iran. We should never have been in this catastrophic war in the first place. But Trump will say, open up the gates of hell. And then Iran will say, okay, you ready for us? We're going to keep on blowing up your bases in the Middle East, Donald. And then Donald Trump backs down. We run out of munitions. We're utterly humiliated as a nation, utterly humiliated. And then Donald Trump posts AI images. Goodbye engine room, like AI images of AI Iranian boats blowing up. Then he posts like weird AI videos of the Capitol building. Panic in DC. Panic in DC? Dude, what the hell are you? Grow up. Behave like a grown-up. What the hell are you doing? Or Donald Trump doing AI videos of himself as a pirate, taking over an Iranian tanker, and then saying, it's our oil tanker now. Yes, Donald, the proud U.S. Navy is now reduced to AI pirates. Well done. And then he keeps on posting like also weird AI racist memes, taking over tankers of Iranian people wearing like white garb. Okay, why are they wearing that outfit? Okay, it's our tanker now. Okay, Donald Trump, the pirate. Oh yeah, the United States Navy, the proud Navy, is a bunch of weird AI pirates. Well done. And the MAGA people hate this stuff. You're despicable. You're an idiot. You're a stupid loser, fat FUC. You're ruining the economy. You got us into forever wars. The country is in shambles. No one can afford anything. I'm reading the comments of what people are saying to him on his own social media platform, which is all like MAGA people. Stop it or help. Be like Reagan. Pull us out of this now. Your cabinet sucks. How about let's wrap it up with this and stop this silly posting? So very, very tacky, Donnie. How low can you go? Wait, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll see soon enough. Getting a little desperate, are we? Dear Mr. President, I wonder how much time and energy you can dedicate to your important presidential office if you spend all day posting such superfluous things here. Another person. You are a cruel and immature man. Your behavior is beneath the office. Donald Trump then on the main White House account posting weird AI cartoons of himself on Instagram, posting ICE assaulting and like sexually harassing and groping and grabbing and detaining like actual aliens. And that's like what Donald Trump finds funny, torturing migrants by calling them aliens. And then the comments there, we're screwed. Historians will study this nonsense for ages. The majority of Americans want you impeached and convicted. Americans love Obama. Doing everything but lowering gas prices, huh? To which Donald Trump then posts another AI meme attacking Republicans. You see this spine? This is what I want to put back in Republicans. Comments like this. This is unprofessional. When you're actually doing great things for the American people, then you can try to be cute and funny. You've got former U.S. Army Colonel and used to be a big former Trump supporter, Douglas McGregor. RT, the Russian TV network, is quoting him as saying, Trump had to respond to the donors, the Zionist billionaires that put him there. They're attacking him right there. Let me share this with you as well. This is from state regime media CBS. They caught up with Wayne Schoenberg, a Trump voter who transports luxury vehicles across the country, who says rising gas prices tied to the conflict in Iran is crushing his business. He spends $1,000 more on fuel per trip right now. Let's play this clip.
I'm a hard-working American guy, and I'm getting shafted at the pump. That's how I feel.
Wayne Schoenberger is a Trump voter, and he's fed up with the war in Iran.
Being a Trump voter, seeing the gas prices where they're at, what's your message to him?
Like, step in and help.
Do you have any opinion about the war in Iran? I mean, do you think that we should be there?
I don't even know why we're there. No, I don't think we should be there. He blew him up 7,000 times already in the last 4 months. That's what he keeps saying. I'm going to level your whole country. Well, do something over here. Don't worry about what they're doing over there. Let them run their country. We're not over there. Like, look at us. We're the ones suffering for this war.
How much more would you say that you're paying?
I'm easily spending $900 more a trip.
Almost $1,000 a trip.
Yeah, easily.
He transports luxury vehicles across the country and says gas prices are becoming too much to bear.
We can't swallow that cost. So the sad thing is it goes to the consumer. And sometimes I swallow some of that just because I need the clients. I don't want to lose a client, but that's hard for me to do and still make profit.
And he's actually had to slow down the number of trips he takes per month because of the price of gasoline. According to Gas Buddy, Americans are spending roughly $350 million more per day on gas than they were a year ago.
Before continuing, one quick PSA for the Meidas Mighty when it comes to Medicare. Most Medicare agents push Medicare Advantage plans even when they're not right for you because they make more money doing it. That's why we strongly recommend you do what thousands in our audience have already done. Speak with Chapter, please. They don't just share the amazing benefits of Medicare Advantage. They explain the pros and cons of all your Medicare options. Original Medicare, Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and Part D. Chapter supports you in comparing every plan against your specific healthcare needs because they want to ensure you have the best coverage for you. One Chapter member, Jill, said her advisor presented options she didn't even see on the Medicare.gov website. And in many cases, Chapter saves people over $1,100 a year by getting them on the right plan. So if you're on Medicare or will be soon, dial 82 Medicare and get honest advice from Chapter. That's 82 Medicare. It's free and quick. They can review your options in under 20 minutes. If you're on the right plan already, they'll tell you. If you're not, they can help you save thousands the way they have with thousands of members of the Meidas Mighty. Now, Donald Trump's message to his supporters when he was in Georgia the other day and then in the White House, this is his message in Georgia. Then he gave a speech in D.C. When he gives his speeches, he says, data centers, man, the most popular thing. That's what Trump says. He says, we need to get data centers everywhere. We're going to put data centers in your community and you're going to get rich. You're going to get so rich. Nobody wants data centers in their communities right now. But this is what Trump is saying. Trump goes, MAGA wants endless war. MAGA wants higher prices. MAGA wants data centers. MAGA loves Mark Levin and Laura Loomer. Here, play this clip of Trump.
And even communities compared to other communities. You have some communities that really want this. This isn't all negative stuff. You have communities that really want the data centers. And frankly, those are the smart communities because it means tremendous numbers of jobs, very little actual disruption. And the ones that don't want it, the happiest people in the world are foreign countries, number one, and number two, other communities within our country because they're begging for them to be there. And some of them are great communities, very, very forward-looking communities, very smart communities.
Now, we've heard from Trump supporters, hat tip to MS Now. They've interviewed a bunch. Play this clip.
President Trump campaigned on no more foreign wars. You've obviously supported him.
3 times. Very disappointed. My entire family is very disappointed. I don't feel like it is our war to fight, but here we are. And I did not think when the war started that it was going to be a 12-day, a 2-week, a 2-month. I'm like, here we go. And here we are, and I don't see it ending anytime soon. And I was a Trump supporter. I'm very disappointed.
You know, when it comes to things even just like the cyclospora outbreak, the explosive diarrhea, I mean, just think about whether it's a measles outbreak, explosive diarrhea outbreaks, Ebola spreading, you know, there's such basic common sense things that the Trump regime just gutted with USAID and Doge, and they took a hacksaw to the federal government and just destroyed programs. They'll be like, no more vaccines for our troops. And then they all get sick from the flu because you got rid of the flu vaccine. Just dumb stuff. And I think Americans are like, dude, just enough of this. Stop being stupid. Stop being dangerously dumb. Here, play this clip from CNN about the cyclospora. Let's play it.
CNN investigation finds that Trump administration cuts created a, quote, perfect storm for a slowed government response to the parasitic outbreak. That's according to a source. The cases are concentrated in the Midwest, but more than half of states are reporting cyclospora infections, which cause explosive diarrhea and major cramps. And we wouldn't get to TMI there, except you need to know that information because those are the hallmarks of what we're dealing with here. A former federal lab official told CNN that the cuts led to, quote, the loss of specialized staff and the loss of hands on deck needed to identify the source of the outbreaks. Here's one example of the lagging response. The first cases of the parasite, they actually began way back in mid-May. The state of Michigan, which is the epicenter of the outbreak, issued its warning on July 1st. But it took 2 weeks before the CDC issued its advisory.
More Trump supporters over here. And it goes back to that first one again, but I'll show you this also. Let's play it.
This war has been it's been taxing on everyone. And I'm on a fixed income, and so it's a... You know, other ones that on fixed income are really feeling it.
If you could talk directly to the president, we know he likes to watch TV. What would you tell him about this war?
President Trump, you shouldn't have got us in this war and was going to end it fast, soon. And now you're starting all over again.
Has the war helped your life at all?
No. For one thing, it causes me angst. Makes me angry. And as I said, I'm very disillusioned. My entire family is disillusioned. And we are and were Trump supporters. But this is, to me, he's drawn a line in the sand. And that's how I feel. That's how we all feel.
Now, you know, you're seeing things on message boards like this. 3-time Trump voter says it's the worst 3 mistakes in his life that I read. 2 Trump voters are pissed at Trump for telling reporters that Americans are begging for data centers in their communities. You got Trump supporters saying this to the Washington Post and to a bunch of other outlets also. He sold us out to Israel. We're their indentured servitudes. They own our government. They bled us dry financially and stolen our country. Yeah, they used Trump. 3 times I voted for his lying ass, only for him to get elected again and do this shit. And now push for data centers. Data centers, because they all know they'll need to keep Americans in plain view at all times in case they try to revolt. Don't even bother waking up to those of you that still support him. Doesn't even matter now. Yep, regretting my vote for sure, but a Democrat ain't no effing better. They all need to go. That's their... That the whole system needs to be broken down is what they're saying. Laid off Trump voter complaining, moms for MAGA moms who thought that they were going to be getting healthier, whatever, from RFK Jr., but now they made glyphosate the preferred pesticide and herbicide of the White House, right? I mean, one of the main issues was getting rid of glyphosate, right, from Monsanto that was then bought. And the Trump DOJ filed the amicus brief for the Supreme Court to get immunity for glyphosate production And the Supreme Court gave immunity, so states can't go after any of the companies that use glyphosate or these herbicides and cause cancer. It's a pro-pesticide, herbicide, pro-carcinogen regime. And their right-wing Supreme Court blessed it. It happened in plain view, right? And Trump's executive order promoting glyphosate, because we're under the National Defense Act. It was a double whammy. Trump got us all into never-ending wars, and then said, because we're in the never-ending wars, now we need glyphosate to kill everybody with cancer to fuel the never-ending wars. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. And then I'll share this with you as well. You had Nick Fuentes talking with Hunter Biden, and he was asked on Channel 5, the podcast Channel 5. I like the work they do over on that Channel 5. And here's what they said. So any chance you'd ever go back, or people like you who supported Trump will ever go back to supporting Trump? Take a listen to what he said. Here, play this clip.
Off entirely.
Is there anything that you think Trump can do to like regain the support of the, I guess, Gen Z and millennial right?
No, it's over. People see what he's made of. And Hunter's right. He's a liar. He is a liar. He is a bullshit artist. And especially, you look at what he did with the Epstein files, with the war in Iran, what he did to Thomas Massie.
This guy named Thomas Massie. There's something wrong with him. They just vote no. They love voting no. They think it's good politically.
You realize that if you are America first, you have no place in this Republican Party, because he said it. He said our Republican Party, or rather, he said MAGA is Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, Randy Fine. He said, and who is not MAGA? Megyn Kelly, Tucker, Alex Jones, Candace. And I think most Republicans said, well, we're with those other people. We're not MAGA anymore. So,
and then more from Fuentes here talking to Hunter about they want the Democrats to win now. They said they want Democrats to win. Here, play this clip.
No, I have a lot of confidence, only because I think the Democrats are going to take the House in 26, which I support. I'm telling my people, vote Democrat. We want the Democrats in the House, because what they're going to do is they're going to use the oversight powers to bring all the corruption to light. Because I know Republicans will watch this, and when you say, we didn't commit crime, they're going to be skeptical. However, for the sake of argument, let's say the income you made during Biden was ill-gotten. For the sake of example, it's just doesn't hold a candle. It doesn't even come close, doesn't even touch Jared Kushner, Howard Lutnick, Steve Witkoff, Don Jr., Trump himself. It's just a different sport. It's a different game entirely. And I want all that corruption to be revealed. And I think the Democrats are going to do it. I hope they get impeached. I don't think they'll be removed from office, but I think it'll basically drag this administration to a halt. And then in 28, I think there's an opportunity for a clean reset.
Oh, well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think about all of that. I got a new background that I'm going to be using for this week. So hopefully you like this new background. Get a copy of WTF America. Pre-order it now. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you.
Breaking news right now. My brothers and I wrote a book. It's called WTF America. And well, doesn't that just say it all? It comes out officially this October, but you can pre-order your copy today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.